Well, hello there. Welcome. It's something that I've been interested in for a long, long time. It's also something that is similar to what I teach on a regular basis, as many of you know, which is mediumship. Also, how to use oracle cards. Okay, so with oracle cards, what are we doing? We are fanning the cards out and we are allowing the angels to steer the ship essentially by using their energy through our vessel in order to choose the card of choice. Okay, and it will be the same thing that we're doing today, except we're going to put the cards down and we're going to pick up a pen. All right, or a piece of or a pencil, okay, alongside a notepad of paper. And I say more than one piece of paper because we're going to start out with automatic writing. As far as we're going to start with just drawing a picture. We're going to start with that. Then we're going to move to writing down a message from your guardian angels, okay? Who are a huge significant part of your team. And then lastly, we're going to funnel in your higher self and see what message your higher self would like to relay to you. Now, for anyone who is not going to be, you may or may not pick up on this, okay? So you may not feel what everybody else is feeling. You may not get what everybody else is getting, okay? The first thing of importance, obviously, is to ground our energy. Most important. If anybody has ever heard me talk about grounding energy, you're probably tired of hearing about grounding energy, but it's crucially important to create a still, quiet environment in order for spirit to step forward and be able to converse through your vessel, right? If the mind is over here and over there, not everywhere, and it's all over the place, it is a little bit difficult to hone in on what spirit is attempting to convey to you, show you, okay, visually, physically picking up on. Today is really about, predominantly out of all of the four main clairs, today will be about clairsentience or clear feeling. Okay, so we're going to allow the angels to funnel their energy in. Likely, if you're right-handed, you might feel a pressure on the left side of your brain, and then it will funnel down through your arm. You might feel warmth, tingling, pressure, okay? And then it's as if you are in your vessel observing, but you are not going to be the one writing down the message, okay? It's the same thing when we do angel cards. You may feel a need or a feeling of, you might notice a lot of your chakras opening up, a lot of expansion, a lot of pressure around the head. You might notice a lot of pressure, warmth, tingling down the arm and hands and fingers, okay? So go with the first thing that you're going to get. Don't second guess it. Go with the flow. Just go, okay? Pinky swear you're going to do it. You're not going to second guess it, okay? Go, well, I don't know, I'm not sure. You're going to go with the first thing you get, okay? All right, you little rascals. Let's go with the first thing that we're going to be talking about. First of all, if our minds are feeling quite racy, if you're feeling ungrounded, let's ask the earth to help pull our energy back into our vessel and help ground our energy. And then we're going to just calm and quiet our minds. That's exactly right. Allowing the mind to flow. That's really important. Allow your attention to be taken where the energy wishes you to go. So we've done it our way on Earth, haven't we? And during this hour, we're going to go with the flow and go where the energy and or spirit guides us. That's really important. Okay. All right. So let's take some deep breaths. Let's let the earth ground our energy. Let's let the stillness encompass us. If your mind wants to wander, let it, and then bring it back into the center where it's nice and quiet. It might go off with a thought, and then you're just going to gently bring your attention back to the stillness. We're not going to tell the mind what to do. We're just going to gently bring our awareness back to the quiet. And if we need more grounding, we need more help, you can simply ask, I need a little more grounding. Please help me ground my energy a little bit further. Thank you. You can even ask, please help my mind quiet and still itself even more so. Okay. Wow. I don't know if you guys feel this, but I feel a lot of source frequency funneling in through the top of my head. And it's very soothing and very peaceful. Thank you. Okay, so the energy feels nice and good. Okay, I want you to take your pen or your piece of paper, your pen or your pencil, and just set it down on the piece of paper. And I want you to tune your mind out. You can do it with your eyes open. You can do it with your eyes closed. Okay, if you really would like to, you can do it by honing in on a flame. That also might help you relax. And the first thing we're going to do is allow your guardian angels to draw a picture on the paper. Okay, so it's whatever they want to draw. It'll be a simple shape, and we're going to go ahead and let them do that. So I have my eyes open and I feel my hand moving, but I am not the one moving it. You might find that your hand comes up off the paper, or it stays on the paper. They're also, I am receiving a message with my imagery here, so I'm going to jot that down as well. Now, you don't have to do that. I'm just channeling right now, but I hear it, so I'm going to jot it down. If you hear it or you're receiving words, go ahead and jot that down. If you're not, that's fine too. That's so nice. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys some more minutes here. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of source frequency here right now. We might call that universal oneness or God, light and love. because we've asked to help calm and quiet the mind and ground our energy. Source is stepping in and helping us do that. It's pretty cool, hey? You ask for help and it immediately comes. Remember that. Whatever you need help with, as soon as you think it or say it, it comes. Okay, when you're ready, I want you to type in the comments what drawing the angels drew through your vessel and what did it feel like through your hand. Did you notice a lot of pressure around the head? Did you notice any warmth, tingling, heat? Maybe you felt shivers and it felt a bit cooler. Okay, so I want you to type that in the comments as well. It feels very quiet and very still, which is wonderful. It allows us just enough room for spirit to step forth and relay its message. Isn't that cool? Through the stillness. And you get to be a part of that by just temporarily quieting your mind, even if for 5 to 15 seconds. That's all it takes. Isn't that cool? You heard the word peace, okay? And did you happen to notice your hand wanting to move on the paper or you got the peace symbol on the piece of paper, Renata? Madeline has butterfly, hearts, and portals. Holy Toledo. The words becoming whole, gold light beckons the way forward to our soul. Wow. That's amazing. And if you think about the path of ascension on Earth right now, it really is beckoning us forth and moving us in a direction of being connected or feeling whole or connecting in with the high vibrational frequency that is always here. So rather than being pinched off or separated, more of a feeling of wholeness, right? Jewel has received, you saw a heart at first, but then you second guessed yourself, which we're not doing. We're not second guessing when we receive hearts, are we? Right, Jewel? But you drew it anyways, and you felt a light pressure when you drew it. I felt light tingling through my entire hand and a subtle pressure, not much, okay? So it's cool that you received the same thing I did. Isn't that cool? Wow, now you're paying attention, aren't you? So the message that I received from my guardian angel with my heart is, our love for you is eternal, forevermore, dearest one. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Now I channeled that message. I didn't do automatic writing with that message. We're going to be doing automatic writing with messages here in a minute. All right, so let's see where we're going here. Ooh, and Renata got a flower. Isn't that beautiful? I'll often see them showing hearts, flowers. Sometimes I'm seeing harps, clouds. It's very cool. All right. Ooh, and Marnie got one too. Oh my God, and a butterfly, just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Just like Madeline. Wow. Okay, sorry, I'm jumping ahead here. Okay, so Crystal didn't get anything. It was scribbles. I can see your guardian angel showing me what's going on up here, Crystal. And it's like a little bit of teasing and making fun. He wants you to try again. And he's saying it a little bit firm like that. Okay, so try again. Is it that you're not used to this relaxation thing, Crystal? That's the feel I get of this. So let me know in the comments if what I'm receiving is accurate. He wants you to completely relax and let your hand go. Okay. Oh, and you know what else he's saying? In the beginning, it's like we're going to work it out over time. If we thought that I was good at angel cards right away, P.S., I was not. I remember saying, how do I use these things? And I guess I'll look in the booklet. It took a little bit of time to practice. So it's the same thing with this. He's talking about it first being scribbles, or it may not make sense. But as your mind decompresses and relaxes into stillness, it will give us he's talking about the access to step forth and be in the forefront of your mind in order to relay messages to you through automatic writing. So it's important to practice this from this day forth so that they can step forward and your mind will become more and more relaxed, and then the scribbles, he's teasing you again, the scribbles will make sense. Okay. Oh, that's too funny. Okay. So let me know in the comments. Too funny. He's like serious, but he's kind of joking on the side. Ah, I'm a little bit like that too. That's probably why I find that funny. Because I'm like, do, and then, and cracking a joke, and then I'm serious again. Beverly, feeling peaceful. Your hand moved across the paper, but do not know what it is I have drawn. Okay. Here, Beverly, it's trusting and having faith. Trust, let go, step forth. Again, it is about practicing this on a regular basis so that it becomes more fluid. But for you, it's really about trusting. Okay, and trusting, and I'm getting the word confidence, but this is all of us. Let's be real, okay? Oh, okay. Okay, so you do meditate a lot, okay? But is the mind quiet? That is the key. Mind you, when I meditate quite a lot, my mind is much more still. And when I'm practicing giving readings, in the beginning, it wasn't, no matter, to be honest, it wasn't very quiet. I was like, and I'm going to give my 2 cents. And the angels used to be like, no, you're not. This is an angel reading. So the key is, I suppose, is being able to create stillness at the drop of a dime. But that takes time and practice. Okay, so it's about practice. They love that you meditate. Create the stillness within in order for us to step forth. Okay, and we're just in the beginning stages of this, okay? It's like getting up on a horse and thinking you're going to ride it perfectly into the sunset. I don't think so. Although it might happen, I'm just saying probably not. Not even for me. Okay? So we're just going to practice, a lot of practice. That's what today really is, isn't it? Which we're going to do several more rounds here. You know, they're all so lighthearted over here. There's nothing super serious. We have to get this right. No one's going to teach us in that way from spirit. That's more of a 3-dimensional type of teaching style, as we're all used to here on Earth. So in regards to this, it is release, relax, go with the flow, let go, and go with the flow. And the whole time that they're saying it, they have like a subtle grin. Okay? So let's try again. And we'll go again and again. I don't care if anyone's blocked. The reality is, if you keep practicing long enough at something, you're going to bust through that block. And if you feel you need to, you can do this. I would like all blockages removed. Thank you. And it might take some time. It might go like this. Oh, there go the blockages. Or it might take a little bit of time. But most of the time, the reality is, who puts the blockages there? Us. Our own minds, our own thoughts, right? So even if we are on the old tape pattern or the little hamster wheel of the same low vibrational thought patterns, it's okay. They'll help steer us in a new direction, and it will gradually, it's like what they say with a toddler. Oh, they'll come out of it. We'll come out of it too. You might see the word and you might hear the word, or you may feel a desire to write a word. They really love this. I can feel it. They're super happy and giddy about it. When you're ready, type out the message in which you had written down. Can't wait to see what you guys receive. Let go. Wow. I would say that's very pertinent, wouldn't you? It's just a reminder, isn't it? They're reminding you to let go. You know what they're reminding me to do? Believe and you will receive, dear one. Be the manifester of your reality. Steer your own ship in this way, in this direction. Thank you. So anytime you're moving in a direction and you're focusing on things you don't like, they're going to remind you of this. You are the manifester of your reality. Start practicing to steer your own ship in this direction. What is it that you want to create? What is it that you so desire? Focus on what you want rather than on what you don't like or what you don't want more of. So they're just giving me a little reminder of that. Same with you, Renata. So this message that I just read is for me. Whereas with you, it's let go. Isn't that cool? All right, here's the next one. Go forth and play. Be happy. Be free. Be you. Isn't that beautiful? And it really does tie in with that imagery of being in the eye of the hurricane or the storm or the tornado. That ties in with that too. And you got the words love and then act. Okay, so whichever way you are being guided or directed to act with love towards another or with another, please do so. So if you're guided to help someone, they're really showing them steering you towards certain people that need you, and to go forth with love in your heart when helping them. That's what I'm receiving there. Isn't that interesting? Mm-hmm. So you're getting it, Renata, and so am I. But, sometimes we need that reminder because it's so easy for us to get back on our old hamster wheel, isn't it? We may not ride it the same way we used to. We might not ride it as fast as we used to. We might not go back to the old tape patterns entirely like we used to. But sometimes we kind of step over there and we have a little powwow when it's maybe to our detriment. So they're just reminding us that's what they're doing. Cool. How cool, Crystal. So when you think the word love, that is clear cognizance or clear knowing. It is a thought form that's dropped off in your mind. So Crystal, you and me, let's go again. Let's see what else they want to put in your mind. Let's practice. It's a thought form that forms in your mind, but you aren't the one forming it. Or it'll sound like your internal voice, but go with the flow and type in the comments what you received. Okay, so Crystal has received, you are love, we are love. And here's the second part. They want you to delve in, dive in. They're using delve and then dive. Just dive in. Okay, so anything else on that? Go forth, go forth, go forth. Okay, okay. Whatever you receive within your mind, jot it down or make note of it as you go forth. So it's really about going forth, and you might get a message that will pop in. So we're going to jot it down. We're going to make note of it. And they're just pure grins. It's not that I just see it. I actually can feel their energy funneling through me, and I feel happy, like I want to grin with them because their energy will make me feel like grinning. I love it. Cool. Okay, so Marnie received, go within more often. You'll access us faster each time. It really is that way. So I'm through life and I'm focusing out here, but when I create that stillness, now I'm going within and I can access them anytime I want to about anything I need. And all I have to do is stop focusing out here and having thoughts that fire off randomly in my brain and just, so those moments when you wake up from a nap or you wake up in the morning when your mind is nice and still, perfect time to connect in. Or you're out in nature and your mind is nice and peaceful, perfect time. You're sitting in the car and you're feeling quite peaceful and quiet, perfect time. Or you're sitting on the toilet, perfect time. Isn't that sweet? That's a nice reminder, isn't it, Marnie? You can't bother them. Trust me on that. And I know because how many readings I've given where people come and I never see them bothered. Or even when I'm doing red rooming or complaining and I'm getting things off my chest, highly recommend so that you can free yourself, get all the problems and the burdens of your mind that is repeating and give it to them so they can transmute it into the light. They don't get bothered. They actually like it so that we can free ourselves and free up our energy and free up our mind. They love that. Okay. Ooh. So Madeline, you're being told to step forward and that it is time to. Okay, so however which way you are guided in the future in order to step forward and help others, please do so. So you might feel a strong yearning to all of a sudden start a YouTube channel. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying you have to. Or you go with a friend to like a spiritual meetup and you feel a yearning to step up in front of everybody and to talk about something of importance that's on your mind, that's a part of what they're talking about. However, which way this is. Okay. I get a smile and a thumbs up. Okay. Yeah. They're saying YouTube channel might be a little bit of a stretch at this time. However, see where the river takes you. And what's the river? What is the river? The river is high vibrational frequency steering you, and along the way, you're helping others. Cool. Isn't that cool? Why do you see a door in light? That can be for many, many reasons, so let's narrow it down. They're talking about this door being the door of transmutation. Open the door whenever you wish and give your problems, your concerns, your worries, your fears, and give them towards the open door. Okay, and they're doing this and this. Perfect, you got it. Okay, good. All right. Madonna received, you are loved. Perfect. I just got that hand signal. You got that. Perfect. And they're saying it again in my head. Isn't that cool? They said perfect. And now they're repeating the message that you just received in my head. Eternally, forevermore. They just add that part on. Isn't that cool? That's so amazing. You know, if one was to think that every time that I'm channeling for another person that I'm always in my heart space, I'm not. However, I think what's more important is asking them to help, because we have free will here on earth. So unless you ask, right, that's important. Believing isn't important. Asking is important. Believing will come, down the road, and you'll solidify that more and more so. Some people don't believe at all, and that's fine too. But asking is important. So number one, asking. Number two, as far as being in your heart center, well, sure, if I was in a fifth dimension, or maybe I had crossed over and I was out of my body with the angels, then sure, I'd be in a heart space all the time. But I think what's more important is creating that still space, that stillness. And that's what they call going within, is just quieting the mind for a split second. Check. Good. Golden. That's all that's needed. I try not to, it's not over explain things, but it's rather, am I always going to be in a heart space? No, of course not. That would be a lot of energy. I would probably have to meditate for maybe a lengthy period of time before every single reading. But I am heart centered, but I'm not in my heart space all the time when channeling for myself or channeling for others. So I hope that makes sense. And at the end of the day, my motto is, I'm doing the best that I can. Okay, so I don't have to have things just perfect. I'm just doing the best that I can. Stillness is far more important, or AKA going within. Watch this. I'm going within. Now I'm not, because I'm talking to you and I'm paying attention to you. Now I'm going within. Jewel is receiving, I'm hearing the chorus of the Michael Jackson song. Cool. Okay, you're the first one that's getting that. However, I would say possibly you have a music angel with you on your team if you're getting music, right? Does anybody remember why you would have a music angel on your team? To help lift and raise your vibrational frequency. So if you ever find that you're humming a song quite often, or you want to sing a song, or you're listening to the radio and those lyrics are super highlighted, and then now you have those lyrics repeating here and there, those lyrics are a message for you. And I would bet heavily that you have a music angel on your team helping you lift and elevate and raise your vibrational frequency. How cool is that? All right, you are not alone. I am here with you. I love that. So love that. I just see them smiling really big and then dancing and then pretending to do like the moonwalk. Everyone's having a real fun powwow over here. Okay. Let's be honest, some of us are going through harder things in life than others. Or some of us were brought up going through harder things than others. Some of us feel like we need to be a bit tougher than others. So to think that we're going to be in the heart space consistently, but creating that still mind, asking for help, or handing off and transmuting, crucially important, as often as you can remember. But again, we're not aiming for perfection here. That's more of a 3D mentality, to be perfect, get perfect grades. You must be perfect. You must become a doctor, and you must, no. That's not how spirit works. We're doing the best that we can. That's it. All right. Wow. That is so cool, Jewel. I would say most definitely you do. Very cool. I remember many years ago going through my first flare up with ulcerative colitis, and I remember music was just so, and I remember having only a couple readings in my lifetime. I went to this lady, and she spoke with the angels, and she said, "You have a music angel on your team." So she explained to me what that was. And I'm like, that's what that is. Okay. Because when you're unwell and you don't know how to get yourself better, how do they keep your frequency up a bit? Music. They're coming for you. All right. Yeah, there you go. And Dancing Angel, I guarantee you, if you feel like dancing a lot of the time, I guarantee you they're spurring you on to do that too. Oh, isn't that cool? That's so cool, Marnie. I'm still standing. You know, sometimes, depending on what we've gone through in life, okay, that's the perfect song. Yeah, I'm still standing. You know, and you can make light out of things anytime you want. Just like you can go into the doldrums anytime you want. That's our choice. That's a free will choosing, isn't it? Let's go. Let's go to the next. Here we go. I'm breaking out my pen, and we're going to be channeling our higher self. Okay? So you may feel a significant amount of pressure come down over the top of your head, and then it may funnel through your vessel down through your body. Just tune out, aka go within. Going within, being still. Okay. And then we're going to allow our higher self to form a message for us on the paper, preferably not a whole book, just a short message, okay? Yeah, I hear you with that, Jewel. I hear you loud and clear with that. I ended up getting a cold, then I got strep from a friend, then I got another friend's cold, which only lasted a few days, but yeah, it's been a little powwow out there. So yeah. All right. Ooh, that's interesting. Oof. You guys, when you're channeling your higher self, holy Toledo. I mean, sure, channeling, but when I'm doing automatic writing, wow, the pressure. Are you guys noticing a lot of pressure right on the top of your head? And my eyesight is not, it's kind of like going a little hazy. So I just channeled a message from my higher self for each of you. And I could feel the energy. It felt like a light buzzing all through my fingers and a ton of pressure. Holy cow. You're getting it too, hey? Yeah, and that is channeling your higher self. With the angels, it's out here off to my right now. Now, my higher self will funnel in through my vessel. My higher self is always funneling through my vessel. The entirety of my soul, my higher self, could not fully funnel through my vessel because my body would not be able to handle that amount of energy. That was one of the first questions I asked Spirit, or I guess my higher self, 17 years ago. So there's only on a regular basis a consistent percentage of energy in your vessel. So my limited brain would say, well, what percentage is in my vessel at all times? And each of us chooses a different percentage of energy that we need. So some of us might have something of a bit of a harder lifetime, so we'll choose a higher percentage of our soul to funnel through us to assist us in a lifetime. Others might have an easier lifetime, so we don't need as much. Some of us may not need as much because we've had a lot of incarnations. And so we're like, oh, yeah, we got this now. So we don't need as much. But it's always there to access, it's always there to connect with the entirety of who you are. And the immensity of that funneling and or being there to connect with you at times can create a lot of pressure on the top of the head. Now, if you don't like that pressure, if you don't like anything that's ever going on, what do we do? When you don't like something, if something's creating a headache or head pressure or bothering you, they don't mean to. It's just that our little vessels can only handle so much energy, right? And you can only imagine what is surrounding you. You can only imagine. I can only imagine. I've been doing this for over 7 years now. Okay. So the key is ask them to take it away or step back. This is uncomfortable. Thank you. And they do. Your higher self will step back. You will notice that pressure dissipate immediately. All right. You guys are rocking it. Yes. Let's see where we're going now. You saw an image of your physical body splitting and the light body shining strongly in its place. That is so cool. So cool. It's really interesting that you say that because when I tuned in, how long ago was that? 8 months, maybe a year ago? When I tuned in to your energy, it was so shimmering and shiny and really, really pretty, like almost opalescent to me. Now, granted, that was the planet in which you were congregating on at the time. It's just whatever snapshots I get, it's brief. There's a lot more going on. There's a lot more to pick up on than what even I pick up on. Yes, please take it away or step back if anything's uncomfortable. Okay, so let me know what else is your higher self channeling through you. Type it in the comments. While you're doing that, I'm going to share the message that my higher self wants all of us to hear, every single person here. Channeling is made easier when the mind is still, when the mind is quiet. Please go forth in this way with a quiet mind when you would like to receive a message from us. Okay, so anybody, and so how do we know who we're receiving a message from? Well, first of all, you're going to state who you would like a message from. If you start doing automatic writing and you're receiving a message, then you will say, who is this message from? And then you will jot down who the message is from. And if your mind goes to second guessing or doubting, you can ask them to give it to you in threes, okay? So you'll get the angels, the angels, the angels in threes. Beautiful, Terry. See yourself as light. Continue to see yourself as light. That's so cool. Many years ago, I remember channeling from my higher self, you are a being of light and love. Just that reminder, okay? This is temporary. Okay. So that is who we truly are. Okay. So I suppose as a being of light and love, it will help me remind myself that I am a manifester, that I am a creator. I get to create anything and everything I wish. This is but a temporary experience. So I'm not going to get too worked up about things maybe like I once did, because it's, your higher self is going to see that as not worth it. Okay. And as I go forth in life, the key is being in that still observer mode. I am observing my thoughts. I am observing this experience, and I'm going to pick and choose what parts that I give my attention and focus to. So if something is going to drop my frequency severely and it's really not going to benefit me, I may have to deal with certain things, but I'm not going to give it more than what is absolutely necessary. All right. And Renata, you're not getting anything. Maybe, and this could also be the case, maybe there isn't a message to come through that's added on to what you've already channeled. Let's see. So I say Renata's higher self. I get no message needed at this time or necessary. So everything that you've already received is what you need. But I get a smile. Okay. And that's okay. It's just not necessary right now. Maybe in a week you'll get something, but right now, not necessary. So that's good. Hey, man, I take that as a good thing. All right, Madonna. You get Madonna, stand by me always and forever. My God, that's amazing. I haven't heard that one. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. So, stand by me, walk hand in hand. I'm also getting that too. Oh, that's so beautiful, magical. There's a lot of magic with that message. It feels very magical to me. Anything else? Nope. I got nope. That's it. But I see your higher self walking, holding your hand. Isn't that cool? Like you're always fully supported. Okay, and taken care of. Beverly, you are everything you believe you can be. Isn't that the truth of it? Whatever we think we are, whatever we believe we are, or think of someone else being, or believe someone else to be, is. It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong with manifestation or creating. So believe in good things. So believe in good things. And I really don't place attention upon others' opinions, thoughts, or beliefs, unless, of course, they are resonating with you or high vibrational and they feel good or feel right to you. Other than that, just like side sweep others' thoughts or opinions of you, unless they resonate with you. All right, let's have a look down here. Marnie, your higher self is having you see two beings kissing, which it does a lot. Huh, and I don't understand why. Self-love. It's interesting. I'm really honing in here on self-love. So loving myself, kissing myself, self-love. Okay. But I have a slight look off the side to see if there is any potential of an outside source of love from another coming into my experience. It's ever so subtle. I could take it or leave it. If it came and it felt right and felt good, I'd take it. But otherwise, I'm really centrally focused here on self-love. Okay. And I get this coming together with myself. If you did, they want me to do this. If you did want to spark this a little bit more, you could, if you wanted, by simply making the request that this is something of interest to you and that you would like to bring that forth with the right person who gets you. But if not, that's okay too. It is in your hands. Okay? Ooh, we dove in there, didn't we? Madeline, I received a message about solid grounding of hope and trust and light. That is so awesome. The messages you guys are getting, it's like, it's meant to really, it's like right to the core. That's what it feels like to me. Isn't that cool, Madonna? Okay. Isn't that beautiful, Terry? We love you. We love you. Okay, and Gabriella, I couldn't get a message from your higher self. Okay. Is there a message from your higher self that needs to come through? There may not. Let's see. Okay, so the message that I'm receiving from your higher self is that you have all the information that you need at this time. And your higher self went like this to me. Like, okay, all right, okay. So whatever information you have at this time, that's what you need. Your higher self doesn't need to add to it. There's nothing else to add to it. Okay. And I'm getting this, and that's it. I'm getting this hand gesture. So everything's golden. You've got everything you need right now. There's nothing to add to it. Or there's nothing more that you need to hear than what you've already heard or what you already know. There we have it. Ooh, we are golden. Very much so. Often I'll see souls that are, working with the Christ consciousness energy to help other souls here. So people helping people. And they'll show us with a lot of gold light. So it just signals that, and this also might show or signal that you're very drawn to, you know, Jesus or Mother Mary or Mary Magdalene. And it's really about, and this is interesting that I'm saying this because it's also tying in with the message that you received previously, which is act from a space of love when you're guided to help others. Isn't that interesting? Very interesting. Oh, I see. Oh, sorry. I'm reading for the wrong person, but golden. And what I receive from that is we are. We are. Okay. Is there a message that would like come through for Allie? I'm getting no, not at this time. Wild. So everything that we've already received is what we need to know. There's no additional information that needs to come through. That's interesting, isn't it? The other part of it is everything that you need to know, you've already accessed. So there's no additional information needed to relay. Blessings, dear one. Beautiful. Okay, and Crystal is receiving, you got future, allow, felt lots of, okay, you got the word future, and allow, felt lots of happiness and joy, and you are strong and resilient. Stay open to possibilities. Wow. So the possibilities that I'm receiving are insights, information coming into your mind. So it might be an idea or an insight or information that you haven't yet thought of, and it will come to the surface in your mind in the days ahead. Anything else? It's really clear cognizance of information, ideas. Something will pop into your mind and you'll seem really highlighted and like a really good idea. So pay attention to those moments when that happens. Okay, and I get clapping, and then that's it. That's what they want you to know. Okay? Isn't that cool? So cool. Okay, so let's get the last message to come through. Believe and ye shall receive, dear ones. Focus upon that which you wish to create into your seeming realities here. Focus upon that which you wish to manifest as the creators that you are. Create the reality that you so wish to experience. Go forth, go forth. Thank you, dear ones. This is Kristin's guardian angel, Agnes. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for joining me. You guys did an amazing job. Just remember, continue to practice and let the wrinkles smooth themselves out, and it will flow the more you practice. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. Bye.